What is up, everyone? Welcome back to day 20 of 75 Day Hard. I guess it's a special day, like the 20 is like a clean day 10, day 20, it's a clean day. Yeah, today was a great day. It's currently 3 a.m. as I'm recording this. I know it's a bit late today. It's just been very, very hectic. I know that I obviously, as you guys know, I finished my university. Like, I don't have to go in person anymore as of yesterday. But, because I came home yesterday late, and then I slept late, and I woke up late today as well, and I've just been locked in, and I guess it's finally like starting to set in. Like, this is my time to really grind and just maximize and capitalize on this opportunity. So yeah, I've just been working all day. It's 3 a.m. I'm gonna finish this, and then I got 2, 3 other things, just personal development. I've done all the editing for the day. So I should be able to sleep by 3:30 to 4 a.m. And tomorrow's a pretty busy day for me. I have 3 one-on-one calls back to back to back. So I have one at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Those are for some of my students in the mentorship. And then I have to record an exclusive video for them as well, just going over like the MSN strategy. And then on Friday, I have my weekly call with the winner circle. And yeah, just been locked in. I don't have any specific plan or anything I thought about today. I mean, I never think about it, but I don't have anything in my mind. I guess except for the fact of, that it's really real now. Like, I'm done my school. I'm basically graduated, and to most people, even to my mom to some extent, because like my dad definitely fully understands, I guess, entrepreneurship and whatnot. But my mom, she doesn't know too much about technology and all this stuff. So to her, like, she doesn't fully understand it, and like she still thinks that a lot of these things are like short term, which again, like, some people could argue that they might be, right? Like, you don't see like a 60-year-old guy who's been doing YouTube for 20 years, 40 years, because it's something that's new. But I guess the one thing that I'm trying to tell my mom, and what I really want to do, it's not that I want to do YouTube per se, like forever. I want to be an entrepreneur, right? I want to live life on my own terms. And I know that comes with a lot of ups and downs, and the journey of an entrepreneur is very interesting. And even looking back at mine, like up to this point, it's been insane, right? Like, back when I was 16, 17, literally streaming Fortnite every single day. And even then, like, to your parents and whatnot, like, nobody really takes you serious until you have some sort of proof to show. And that's a fair argument, right? Like, even to my mom, where it's like, okay, me saying things is one thing, but me being like, okay, mom, I just made X amount of money, and like showing it to her is a completely different conversation. So I still feel like I've obviously been able to do a lot, and even this month is crazy. We're multiple 5 figures in, my best month ever. And it's like, once this whatever, as you guys know, YouTube ad revenue comes a month later. So next month, around the 20, less than a month actually, 3 weeks away. When that money comes in my bank account, I'm like, okay, show my mom. It's like, it's a whole different like level of seriousness, because, it's going to be an amount that I'm pretty sure my mom has never made herself. But I do agree with her argument about the fact that it's not like, forever, right? It's like most people, they get a job after they graduate or whatever, and that's like their career. But she knows, and I've made it very clear, and I'm very well aware that that just won't be my path. And it never has been my whole life. Like, I've always been growing, but jumping. I guess taking leaps of faith in myself, and I've never been afraid to try new things. And some things have worked out and done amazing, and a lot of things haven't. But that's just the way life goes, right? Like, I've tried everything you can think of. And when and me talking about it now, it's like on the surface, like, yeah, I tried it, right? When I say I tried day trading, it's nothing serious. But like, again, when I say I tried, that means, like, guys, there was a phase in my life, for months where I spent hours studying and learning and taking notes and back testing and being on the charts. And it's like, all those hours, it's not like they go to waste. It's like, you in my opinion, it's like you have like this success jar, where it's like all the work you do in the moment, even if it doesn't give you any result, it's like it's each thing you do is like a jelly bean being filled up in that jar. And there's been so many things, like drop shipping, right? Again, maybe it didn't work out at the time, but I gave it my all. I did so much. I learned so much. I'm still adding jelly beans to my success jar. And then there was a clothing brand, which I still have one hoodie that I still wear. What is it? Crypto, SMMA. All right. As you guys know, I was doing content for a restaurant at one point. door-to-door sales, all these added up, right? And my success jar started to fill up. And then when I switched to outbound calling for my sales career, if we talk about, that, when the success jar filled up, I went from making like 2K a month to 10K a month. And to other people, it's like, holy shit. But to me, it's like all the work I've been doing has been compounding, and those all that work has been building up in that jar, and it finally filled up, and boom. And then once you get that success, guess what happens? You get a bigger jar, because now, you, like, let's say the first success jar is like making 10K a month. You make it, right? You fill that jar. Now the next jar might be like 20K a month, right? And then again, you got to refill it up with more hard work. So it's like, just remember, things you do and things that you try, they never go in vain, right? As yesterday's videos, I talked about my sales and my communication skills. That's something that will stay with me forever and will only continue to get better, right? It's not like I'm going to lose it per se. So anyways, the whole point is like, yeah, I've decided this is who I am. This is what I want to do. I've proven it to myself as well, financially, but also just the dopamine, the feeling you get from success and then your hard work paying off is truly unmatched. And the normal world, the normal life will never give me that. And I don't want to live my life regretting. I don't want to live my life wishing that I'd done something different. I don't want to be older and be like, I wish I'd chased my dreams, because, I have one life. And it's like, dude, I don't fucking care what anybody says, because I know I can do it. Because I've already been told that I can't. I've already been told that it's not possible. I've already been, I've already never had anybody support me and really see the vision since I was a kid. But now it's different. Now it genuinely is different, whether it's my friends, my family, and as weird as that is, right? Because, results speak, but it's also just like proof to everyone that there's hope, that there's another path. And again, I've not done anything crazy. I think, until I don't have like, I don't know, 500K liquid in my bank, it's nothing crazy. Obviously, being able to make 10K, 20K a month is great. But like I said, business is very up and down, right? It's never the same, which is, again, the beautiful part about it, because you can go from a 2K month to a 10K month. But that means you also have to move with precaution, right? A lot of people, when they first make money, and maybe to some extent I was a victim of this. I mean, I've never been dumb. I've never done dumb stuff. I just really like my car. That's the only thing I really spent my money on. But nothing else, right? But a lot of people, when they have like their first 10K month, they just splurge all of it because they think that they're going to make that forever. And then reality kicks in and things happen, bro. It doesn't matter. Any business model, any business, there's always downs, there's always failures, and you have to be ready for that. I guess that's the stuff I've learned, right? Over the past years. So now it's like, now I position myself differently, because if I really want to do this, if I really want to be an entrepreneur, if I really want to succeed in business, I have to act like I'm the number one entrepreneur in the world, right? I have to make decisions with that mentality in mind. I have to make decisions with the fact that if things go south tomorrow, what is my plan? What is my assets, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, in business, again, whatever you do, like if we're talking YouTube, maybe there's a channel that makes 10K. What if it goes away tomorrow, right? Do I have enough money to launch 3 more? Do I have enough money to spend a month or two rebuilding? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much more that people don't consider. Like, again, even other people, or even if maybe you're somebody who's considering to get into business, there's so much more than what you see on the what you see, I guess. It's so much more deeper than that in terms of like the back end side of things. Like, yes, this has been my best month, but I've also spent the most amount of money this month, and I've spent more money than this month than I used to make in a month. In a lot of months, like I've spent a good amount of money. And I'm gonna check why I spent this much money. I know I had a lot of editing costs, and then I lost 2 channels last month that I was supposed to get 5K for paid out, but I didn't. But again, that's my point, right? It was a loss, and you have to be prepared for those. So anyways, yeah, I guess today was just the first day after reality. This is really it. This is my life. I'm grinding. I'm locked the fuck in. Genuinely, I'm excited. I was looking at some apartments as well. So I have some good ideas in terms of that. I'm very excited for that. It is far away, and I'm a very impatient person. But, we're going with the flow. But yeah, I just want you guys to know, like, if you really believe in yourself and you really want to do something different, bro, go for it. Literally go for it. And I've been very big on being quiet. If you know me, I'm a very talkative person, at least with my friends and family. And when I was younger, I used to like always share my ideas and you know with YouTube and business in general, because for me it was just like I wanted support. I wanted people to like I wanted other people to do it with me, because you know, more people, the more the merrier, right? Like the more people you have, the better it is, or at least I thought. And in reality, all you do is like you create this fake hype, and people are like, "Oh wow, this guy's doing this," and when shit goes south, it's like then it's weird. It's you know like you're not doing YouTube anymore. It's not working out. Blah blah blah, and then like you know it just creates this weird thing. And even especially when money gets involved, it's like if you're like constantly telling people around you, like your friends and your family, like I just made 10K this month, then they're like, holy shit, blah blah blah, and then again, it's just their mentality and outlook towards you becomes different. And at the same time, it's like next month if you don't make that, it's so weird because people around you have this expectation of you because they don't understand how business works, right? Again, not in a bad way, but it's like they don't know. You could have a 10K month and a 2K month, but they won't know that, right? Because now you're gonna feel ashamed to tell them that or to even talk about it. My point is, this is very old. This is, you know, a few years back. But ever since, yeah, the past 2-3 years, ever since I've really started to make, or you know, I guess have more success, like serious success. You know, because again, as a kid, making 5K a month is cool, whatever, right? But like when you really get older and you're really making like, you know, you're doing something different. Again, I don't want to talk about it per se, because it shouldn't have a connection. Like, you know what I mean? Like you should just keep things to yourself, and just let your results speak for you. That's really what I'm big on. And sometimes I still struggle. Like I like sharing, you know, and that's one thing. Like I said, I lack. I don't have any friends that, chose this path, never, you know, my whole life, and that's something I guess I've struggled with because I've always wanted that, and I always knew that like I know that it would have made a big difference, but it's in the past now. I'm old now. I'm great where I'm at in terms of everything. So it's just like more so, just yeah, keep quiet, just do your shit. Don't talk about your wins. Don't talk about your losses. Just do the work, save, be smart, and enjoy. Right, like people at the end of the day, people will see, right? When you get a new car, when you're traveling, when you're doing cool shit, people start to see and people start to question. Create that mystery around you. It's one of the things I'm reading. One of the chapters I read in the 48 Laws of Power. But like, there's like a beauty in the mystery, right? It's like my friends and people around me knew me as this funny kid. You know, this kid who's just playing Fortnite when I was younger in high school, right? Or who's making TikToks or all this stuff, which to the average person is like, not, they don't think anything serious of it. But then all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, he just bought an S5. And then they're like, holy shit, you know, he just made 10K in sales or 20K a month in sales. Then it's like, holy shit, he just bought a BMW. And it's like, I'm saying this because based off like what I've heard and seen, it's like, to the other people, you're almost like, you know, like you, it's like a shock. It's like, you know, like all their thoughts and perspectives of you is like completely wrong. And again, there's good in that because, bro, like a lot of people just need to realize that anything is possible, and you telling them will never make them realize. It will only create arguments and problems. And I've had those conversations where it's like, it's just an argument, right? Because if somebody won't believe something, they won't believe it. But when you do things and you prove it, and there's indisputable proof, then it's, and you don't say anything about it, it's just there, and they're like, what the hell what is this guy doing? Like, you know what I mean? It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And most people, it should be like that. You shouldn't, you know, you should let people be mysterious of you and just limited knowledge of what you're doing, because there's nothing good that comes out of it. So anyways, that's it for today. Just, I guess, more of like, you know, life is serious now, but this is the path. I'm willing to go through whatever it takes. I already have gone through too much to turn back now. We're too deep in. But again, I'm very positive. Great things are coming. I'm locked the fuck in. I mean, it's 3:10 right now. As you can see, I'm pretty good, pretty chilling. I'm excited. I know I'm going to figure it out. I always do. Obviously, I have really, really big goals. So that's why I'm so up now working. And yeah, some days are not easy. You know, at the end of the day, the more you grow and the more you start to achieve, the harder it gets, really, because of the responsibility, like I talked about yesterday. Like there's so much more potential now that it's like when you're gambling, right? Like imagine you deposit $100. It's like if you lose that, it's like whatever, right? and what, maybe you double it, 200. But imagine you had $10,000 and you had to gamble with that, right? The pressure would be different. The choices you make in terms of what to gamble. I mean, gambling is probably a bad idea, but you get the point. Business is almost the same. As there's more at stake, the pressure is more, the decisions and choices are all influenced by more, your thoughts are different. And as humans, we think about the best, right? Where it's like, if things just keep up this way, then I could do this and this in a month. But like I said, things will always go up and down. You just have to be the person who's ready to go through the downs so you can enjoy the ups. That's it. Most people just are only made for the ups. So when there are downs, they give up or they quit or they fail, and then they never get to experience the high. There's always going to be a low before a high. That's just how it goes. You see in a perfect chart, it's like that. It goes up, but there's always going to be a pullback. Always. That's just how life is. And if there wasn't pullbacks, you just wouldn't really experience it. It's hard to explain. Like, if you don't fail, like, success doesn't hit the same. That's all I got to say. Anyways, this was a very interesting episode, I guess, or day. I guess I shared a lot of my thoughts. I hope some of that helped you guys out and just gave you clarity and showed you that it's really possible. You just have to, again, stick with it. I'm in this room, locked in. As you guys know, I moved into this new room for now. So I'm just locked in my setup, working, and just trying to just fucking grow and just win. Anyways, I appreciate you boys. Day 20. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 21, which will be officially 3 weeks in. Oh yeah, today was also back and by, so that's good. Tomorrow's a rest day. And yeah, see you boys tomorrow. Good night. Stay safe, stay positive, and keep working. Peace.